All right. I am live. And I know I'm early because it's usually midnight with Magoo. And I know I haven't been on in a while, like 9 days or something. So I wanted to be on here and see if I can find some of you rascals and say hello. So today is February 21st, which is a very special coming up. The 23rd, my son was born. So that's good. That's Sunday. So anyway, I'm excited about it. And some things have been happening, so I wanted to tell you. And I wanted to see what's up with you guys. Ooh, look, it's moving around. It's weird. That thing I don't get. All right. StreamYard, okay. Let's see. Ooh, it looks like, oh, hi, Lauren. Hey, hi. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Janet. Hey, June. JB808. Midnight with Magoo. That's right. I'm a little bit early, but that's my plan, is to be a little bit early and to leave a little bit earlier because I got to get to bed. I made it to Midnight with Magoo, 2 a.m. in New York. All right. Thank you, all of you, for coming on. I'm really happy to see you. I've missed you guys. I really have. It's been a crazy month. I mean, it's been a crazy 2 months. So how have you all been? How's everything? What's happening with you guys? That's like, what's going on? What are you guys up to? Fill me in. I wish we had a thing where we could like talk with each other. That would be very cool. Because I can sort of see you. Hey, I like your hearts, Lauren. Thank you. Where you been? Okay, here's where I've been. I'll tell you, because I hope you're doing well. I missed you. I know I missed you guys too. I did. And I am doing well. It's just, you probably saw the fires on the news, right? And so my son, there were 2 fires. One was out at the beach on the West Coast this way, and one was the other way on the east, yeah, more east of not East LA, but east, kind of out by Pasadena, the Altadena Eaton fire. And my son lived there. Hi, hey, S. Woke up to get ready to work. Ooh, wow, 7:23 a.m. here. All right. Hi, Verity. Hi. How are you guys doing? Well, anyway, to finish it, just to let you know, so he was evacuated that night, and I think I told you guys about it, but, at the time, we thought he was just going to go back the next day. So I said, just come on over. And luckily, he was smart enough to bring everything. He brought all his work and everything else and anything he really needed, because he had everything. So that was good, because by the next day, the town was gone. So there you go on that. So I've been working on that, and also some other kind of family personal issues that I've been dealing with. But I'm good. I'm fine. And things are rolling along. Rochelle, I got to see some of my friends, which is wonderful. And I get to see you guys now, which is wonderful. June, that's my birthday date. Chicken Cinema. All right. Oh, Cricket Cinema. Okay. Hi there, Tori and Chad. Hello from Massachusetts. Wow. You guys are getting some cold weather, I think, unless I'm getting wrong information. But from our news, it looks like it's really cold there. And I always think of Chicago because that's where I grew up, and it was very, very chilly there. So anyway, there's that. I'm trying to decide whether to. Hi, Danny Sue from Detroit. Cool. Very cool. Were you born in Detroit? Just out of curiosity. Hey, Moon and Stars, I've missed seeing you. I know I've missed you guys too. I have. I've just been trying to help my son because it's a bit of a, it was a bit of an upheaval to say the least, and a few of his friends. Danny Sue, yep. Okay, so you were born there. Okay, good. Hi from Nova Scotia, Canada. My last room, or not my last roommate, but a roommate a few roommates ago passed away, and he gave me a plot in Nova Scotia. And I sort of wish I'd kept it because I've always wanted to be there and stuff, but I didn't because he helped raise his wife's daughter, and she's wonderful. And so I gave it to her because I just thought she should have it. And so that was good. But I always think about it, Nova Scotia. Purple Groovy 69. All right. Hello, Tori and chat from St. Louis, Missouri, my dad's hometown. Yep. The White Moon. Yeah, if you ever know football players, ask them if they knew Paul Chrisman. Now, again, he was really famous more in the end of the 40s, early 50s, and the 60s. He was a broadcaster on NBC. So that was his era, but people know him. They do. He's a good guy. The White Moon. Ooh, cool. It's 40 degrees here in Orlando. Wait, I forgot. Darn it. I forgot my thing. Oh, yeah, here it is. I know where it is. Here it is. Water. Agua. 40 degrees in Orlando. That's right. I remember Orlando had really cold winters. I mean, I didn't live in Orlando, but I lived in Clearwater. And they had boiling hot, everything. But then in the winter, it got pretty cold at night. Orlando's a cool area, though. I told you I went there while I was in Scientology. It's kind of a saving grace. So, what now? But it's like I want to get back to protesting. So, if anybody wants to protest here in LA, I want you to contact me and let me know, because I think we should. I really do. I think it's time. It's like enough of this, everybody arguing with everybody and stuff. It's not my thing. You know that. So if you live here in LA, or if you're in the LA area and you want to come down and protest, let me know. It's a good trip. I'm here from St. Louis too. It's been crazy cold. Laura, okay. You're here living here in LA, or you're here in St. Louis? Okay, I see. You're here in St. Louis. Yeah, cool. Well, you guys should get together, the St. Louis crowd. You could do a little protest there. You don't need many people to do a protest. You just need one or two. That's it. It freaks them out. It's really weird. Not 53 degrees here in Carmel by the Sea. Oh, my favorite place. That Monterey and Seaside are my favorite places. Okay, the White Moon. I'm protesting in my heart from across the pond. Oh, you're Australian. Ooh, another favorite of mine. Sophie lives in New Zealand, and that's a favorite that I want to go there sometime. And also Australia. I have some dear friends there. I mainly know them from the internet. Sophie, I actually got to meet here because of Love It. But she's a trip. She really is. So thank you for protesting in your heart. I appreciate that. I really do. There's a lot of stuff you can do without actually being outside, because a lot of people don't want to go outside. But you can, post things. You can write things. If things are creepy, get out of there. Don't get into it. It doesn't go anywhere. As Jesse Prince taught me, step away from the stove. JB808 question: have you ever thought about speaking at a council meetings? Audit LA is normally making her rounds pretty much every day, and Dan Walks LA is usually protesting every day. Good. Well, is he over by the complex though, or he's over by the testing center for Dan Walks LA? And as far as the council, yeah, Audit LA and I are in touch, and I am planning on going. We've got a little plan. So, and I'm not going to say any more than that because I know some of our dear friends are watching and they would love to know. But anyway, I will at some point. There's specific things that I want to speak about. And so when that happens, I'll be there. That's it. I'm not going to go every day because I have a different thing that I want to speak about. And she agrees. So that's good. Say no more, but I'm thrilled. Good, JB808. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. It will. It's always good. Whenever anybody speaks out, it's good. That's my view. It's like every voice counts. Every voice. It's like it doesn't matter if you just popped on here for the first time or if you've been following me I've been speaking out for 25 years now. Well, in July, it'll be 25 years. I think, right? Yeah, July, it'll be 25 years. So it's been 24 years I've been speaking out. But that's a long time to be protesting and speaking out when I wasn't going to at all. It's kind of amazing. It really is. But that's the way it is. Lauren, I love that saying of step away from the stove. Me too. I also like to say, get off the tit for that, get off the tit for tat train. Wow, that's good. That's good. I haven't heard that one. Get off the tit for tat train. That's good. Yeah, because people do that all the time. Okay, YRB. Hi, YRB. Comment. Glad you two have a plan. We do. Yeah. Yeah, we've been in touch. And like I said, I'm a bit snarled up with a few things having to do with my family and my son. I want to help him. Hi, Hans Christian Schwartz. Good morning. That's right. It is almost morning here. Here it's almost midnight. But it's getting there. It's almost morning. Isn't that weird? It's so weird for me. That's what she said. And that's funny. I start believing I'm awake. This is my first time catching you on a live. Wow. Well, see, that's why I'm trying to do it a little bit earlier so I can, get some more people that. And you've subscribed? Have you subscribed, everybody? And everybody make sure you're subscribed because YouTube, I don't know why, are unsubscribing people, apparently. That's what I've heard. Let's see. It's weird. Yeah. Okay. We have missed you, Tori. Thank you, Laura. I missed you guys too. I really have. This has been a bit of an emergency. If you watch the fires, and it's just something that I have to do what I have to do. That's all there is to it. I've missed your last couple of videos. And the other thing is this. Honestly, there's a couple of things. One is that StreamYard is charging me $53, which is too much, but they are. And I really can't afford it, So I'm thinking, well, I don't know, maybe should I quit? Should I do YouTube? It's like just one of those things. So I've kind of been kicking it around, like what do I want to do? How do I want to do it? And it doesn't matter, Rosa. I'm going to be around one way or the other. But oh, good, you're subscribed. That's what she said. Good. And Raffaello, I recognize a lot of people in this chat from Mark's live streams. Mark Bunker, good. He's a dear friend of mine. Cinderelli. All right. So Hans Christian Schwartz per month. Yeah, $53 a month, which is nothing for most of you, but it just happens to be too much for me. YRB. you can go back to the free applications. Now, how do you do that? I don't even know how to do it. I don't know how to, like Bunker told me, I think his is 25. And I thought, well, I could handle that, but $53 a month is a little bit much for me. It really is. And especially with some other things. I have the dental things, so that's like 3,000 and 4,000. So that's $7,000. That's a lot of money when you don't have a lot of money. So anyway, it's just tricky at this time. So I'm trying to handle my teeth and help handle my son and handle a few other things. You can go back to the free applications. Okay, you can go back to just broadcasting with YouTube. Yeah, I know, but I really like talking with you guys. I do. Which do you recommend? Do you think I should just go back to making a video? That's what I used to do, is I'd make a video and then people would comment afterwards. Hans Christian is my grandfather's. Oh, are you teasing or you're serious? The Hans Christian that is on here is your grandfather? I think she's teasing. I don't know. You have to tell me if you're teasing or not. It's my grandfather's. Hans Christian is my grandfather's, plural. Okay, so no, sorry. Okay, so she's not. No, sorry. Okay, that isn't what you meant. I'm not sure if I know the difference between YouTube and StreamYard as a viewer. Okay, StreamYard, you guys can all post. I can read it. We can kind of, be in communication. Whereas YouTube, this is my understanding. Now, maybe they have a live and I don't know it. I think they do. Hans is grandfather's name also. Okay. Howdy, Tori. Been looking for you. Good to see you. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. So I think with YouTube, the way I used to do it is just make a video, upload it, and then people would make comments. And, sometimes I would comment on them or not. But that's how it went. And now I think Jessica's mom told me you can now do live on YouTube and it's free. So if that's the case, then I could try that and see how that works. She said it's hard to read. That's the only thing. It's hard to read. YouTube has a live. Everyone is on it. All the protesters. Really? They're not on StreamYard? Leave it to me to get caught up in paying monthly dues, and I don't have to. That's what Jessica's mom said, is just cancel StreamYard, she said, and just do YouTube. Has a live, everyone is on it, all the protesters. Okay, so you guys you're all subscribed to me, so I think if I did YouTube, I think it's still the same, and I think you could still post while I'm doing the video, but I'm not sure. I think you can live stream straight to YouTube. That's what Jessica's mom said. That's what Jessica does. Now, the difference is Jessica has a separate phone that she reads the comments from the phone. That's what she said. So she videotapes and then she reads the comments from the phone. I think you can live stream straight to YouTube. In the beginning, when you only have a few live watchers and your hours weren't being accounted for, you needed to go on StreamYard, but you're beyond that now. Oh, you can ask Aaron. Let's see. Okay. Damian Ward. I don't like to direct to YouTube only because it is in portrait mode. Huge black bars on the sides. Now, Jessica's mom is really, really big on Go Portrait. She said, she's really big on that. And for a number of different reasons. Hey, Tori, Chad from Pittsburgh. Hi, XSO. Hello, Chad. Good to talk to you. I was just over at Spanky's tonight, talking to her and some other XSO people. Life. I'll tell you, with these fires, it really puts into perspective what's important and what isn't. And people who've lost their homes and everything they own, and it was heavy for a lot of people. I mean, my son's friend took care of her mother, then her mother died. Took care of her father, then he died. She inherited their house, the home that she grew up in, and another house, and then the fires came and it burned them both down. Now, luckily, she's a fighter and she got her fire insurance, because apparently, God knows why, but I mean, I think because we weren't having rain for so long, they were trying to cancel people's fire insurance because they knew that something was going to happen. And she fought it and she won. So that's good. So that was good. That was one good thing. Okay, StreamYard just gives more options. Okay, yeah, that's right. I think Bunker said on StreamYard you can interview people, but on YouTube you can't. Is that correct? Does anybody know that? Okay, thank you, Laura. I was just thinking of Spanky. How is she doing? She's doing great. She's doing really great. Some really good stuff happened today. So she's doing exceptionally great. New name. Hey, Tori, in Thailand, ATM on the islands. Remind me of your brother's first name again, please. It's David. It's the same last name as me, Christman. So his first name is David. You can look him up if you're on Facebook. You go on Facebook and just type in David Christman and he'll come up. And he's on Koh Phangan. That's the name of it, the island that he's on. Yeah, you should go see him. Go meet him. JB808, I don't prefer it, but vertical view gets a lot more engagement from what I've heard. And you deserve all the engagement. That's what I think. That's what she was saying. More people will see it. And that's important. So we'll see. YRB. Yes, people lost their homes and all their things, but also it disrupted many other aspects of the city, and that isn't being dealt with. Really? Like what? What else? I mean, I don't doubt you, but I haven't run into it, but I'm mostly here. So what other kinds of the city things has it disrupted? I mean, to me, the stores are all open and they're fine, and the complex is dead, but it's still there. And I don't know, different friends that I go to, they're fine. You can get to them. You can get out to the beach. So what are you talking about that's disruptive? Probably the freeways, some of the freeways. I don't know. All right, so now here's my little thing. Do you want me to read you any of these things? I've got, most of these are pretty boring. No, I don't think you want them. Here's the admin scale. Do you want to hear what the admin scale is? If I see he is playing somewhere, I'll definitely go. We'll tell him you say hi. Yeah, I talk to him all the time on Facebook. You know, he's definitely playing. You can go to David Christman and you'll see his schedule of when he's playing where. If people are out of work, tourists aren't coming to LA or California, and the rebuilding is going to cost resources that otherwise would have spent on normal operations. That is a very good point. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good point, YRB. It's like, I hadn't even thought of that, but you're right. I mean, I know Hollywood Boulevard isn't quite the same, and that's the tourists. And certainly the rebuilding is going to be a nightmare. I mean, it just is. Chad, when I blew the Sea Org, my ex-wife, we moved to Northern California. They had a huge Oakland Hills fire. People's insurance had their homes undervalued. I think a law was passed after that. I don't think so. Maybe there was, but the insurance companies were busy canceling a lot of insurance. I mean, this girl fought and fought and fought, and she won. But a lot of people didn't. They didn't fight. They just said, okay, well, you're canceling it. There you go. She was like, no, you're not canceling it. Not mine. No. So there you go. And Laura, if I had to decide, I'd just stream direct to YouTube. When your income goes up, then you can change it. Then, just my personal opinion. I think that's right, Laura. I do. And that's the other thing. I got it monetized, but then, it's kind of weird. It's like it got monetized and I made a little bit of money. I got my new computer and that was wonderful. And people sent me some cool things, but then that was it. It just kind of stopped. And I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, if there's something you guys want that I'm not doing, so that I've also been thinking about that. Like what happened? So, and I watch these other sites where people are fighting away and, whack, 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 and I don't like this person, and that, and they're getting all kinds of money. People are chipping in money, and fuck this guy, and that, and they're getting all kinds of money. And I'm thinking, okay, is that really what people want? Because I'm not going to do it anyway. I'm just not. It's not my thing. And it's not only not my thing, it's also OSA's thing. They love it when people are fighting. And so for me, it's like, I'd rather not make money than give them that win. No, but I am kind of amazed at that how much of it goes on. It's like, really? And how much money people make doing it. I think it's interesting. Okay, so I follow everyone on there. It's the same for me as a viewer to watch you on here and everyone on YouTube. You can chat. Oh, good to know, June. Thank you. And Damian Ward says, blow is a C or term. No, it isn't. I'll explain it to you. You can't blow if you were just a public. No, that's not true. Maybe let me explain it to you in a minute, Damian. Maybe you can ask Mark to help you set up the channel memberships. Oh, yeah, that's right. I should do memberships. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. And please keep reminding me of that until we get it done. Hell no, this is my safe spot. I feel the same. And that's what I want. I want to have a nice, safe spot where I can educate people and they can learn and they can have fun. That's it. That's what I've always dedicated my site to. It's not to just tear people apart. It's not. I'd rather be broke than stoop to that level. Exactly. I feel the same. Your brother and I have 3 local mutual friends on Facebook. We'll definitely see him. Sorry, so off topic. That's not off topic. We'll hush now. No. That's fine. New name. I think you should come up with a nickname though for when you're on the internet, because new name, I don't know why, but it's sort of, I remember people, a lot of them, because of their nickname. Anyway, it's okay if you want to keep it. I'm weird that way. Okay, and then Raffaello, friendly reminder to everyone to like this video. Thank you. On Facebook. We'll definitely see him. Oh, that's it. We'll like this video if you haven't done so already. This helps promote the stream to other people. Thank you. Thank you very much for mentioning that. And Lauren, thank you for your hearts. Hi from Auburn, California. Happy to see you on live tonight. Thank you. Auburn, California. That sounds pretty. Okay, and Laura, also enable ads for the replays. That's revenue for you. I think I've been doing that because it has the green $sign. I think that's the ads enabled. Let me know. Hello, Tori, one blue sock. and everyone just jumping in on break from work. Lovely to see you. Thank you. It's lovely to see all of you. I'm so happy. I'm just gonna make myself jump on here every night or every few nights, not every night, but every few nights, so that I see more of you because I miss you guys too. Now, someone asked me a question and I've got to get back to it. Shoot, what was it? New name? Okay, that wasn't it. I don't prefer, but vertical view gets a lot of, okay, there's that. Yes, people lost their homes. We talked about that. If I see him playing somewhere, okay. Oh, I forget the question now. That's why I need to take it up right when it happens. Raphael, I think it was Raphael, but where did you go? Where are you? New name. Okay, here you are. Speaking of the fire, I was wondering if you have a fireproof safe. It could be important to have so you can store your SP declare and other important documents in case another fire happens. Yeah, I'm in a good location. I have everything covered, but thank you. And I have other people that have copies of my SP declare, so I'm in good shape. But thank you for asking. Now, I think there was another question, and I said I'd come back to it. Okay. If I had to decide, I'd do the stream direct to YouTube. Okay, good, Laura. Thank you for that. I think I'll probably try that. Yes, on with the planned program. Yes, on with the planned programming, please. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, YRB. So fill me in. Ooh. Okay, that's what it was. Damien asked about blow is a Sea Org only term. No, blow has to do with your overts or bad deeds that you've committed. And if you commit enough of them, you blow, which means you just leave. You don't route out, you just leave. And so that's why I started saying I escaped out, because literally they chased me across the country in July of 2000. So number one, I literally did. But also blowing to me, I know as a sec checker that to them, it means you're admitting you have bad deeds and that's why you left. I mean, we know, and you know, that's not the case. You know, they just left and they called it blowing. And now, but a lot of people do say they escaped out. But it isn't just for Sea Org, it's for anybody in Scientology. If you leave and you don't route out correctly, it's considered a blow. You're leaving. And you can't just leave. You can't. I mean, you can. And if anybody's lurking, you can leave tonight. You can call me and I'll come pick you up. You can leave anytime. Just walk out the door. They cannot stop you. They can say they'll stop you, but they won't stop you. They can't do anything to you. You have every right to walk out the door. And every night, every time I make a video, I'm going to remind people of that. And if I forget and you're on here, please remind me, because I want to let people know. I was in it for 30 years. I know what I'm talking about. It's like they do brainwash you. So you think there's no one out. There's nobody out here at all. The only good people are in the Scientology Truman Show. And if you haven't watched the Truman Show, watch it, because that is Scientology. So they brainwash you with that. And then they brainwash you that you can never come back, which isn't true. And it's the end of your eternity, which isn't true. It's just all these falsehoods, but you don't know, and you can't talk to anybody inside Scientology, so you can't really fix it. The people you can talk to is the ethics officer who will say, well, you sound like you're in doubt, Tori. What do you want to be, with us, the great people, or with those evil, horrible people out on the internet? And you have to make a choice. And that's pretty much how it works. And then you have to do all these conditions about that to make sure you never go back with those evil, horrible people. Epic fail, Osa. Epic fail. Okay, so JB808, hell no. This is my safe spot. I love that. Okay. Okay, you guys, I read. Your brother, okay, you got that. Friendly reminder. Thank you for that. Lauren's hearts. Also, enable ads. Yeah, I think I have those enabled. I think if you have the green, the green thing, if you look on that, I have that. And I think that means you have the ads enabled. Hello, Tori, and everyone just jumping in. Oh, yeah, one blue sock. I love that. Okay, Chad, I was putting an address in my GPS today, and I entered 1404. I then wondered where that number came from. It was Catalina Drive. Wait. Catalina Drive. The Horseshoe. Really? Wow. Catalina Drive. If you know the complex, you see usually L. Ron Hubbard Way. Catalina is one street. No, wait, I'm just trying to think. If you're facing where they have the big sign, Scientology, all are welcome, right? If you're facing down L. Ron Hubbard that way, Catalina is over here. No, wait, I don't know how to do it. It's over here. It's over on this side. And the Horseshoe is on that side also. And the Horseshoe is kind of top secret, really. It's supposed to be only for the Sea Org, and no one else is allowed in. And they tried to snag my son into the Sea Org, and I went and got him out of the Horseshoe. And they said, you can't come in. And I said, oh, yes, I can. I definitely can. So what are the rules for me to come into this room? And they said, well, you have to come in with a Sea Org member. And I said, okay, that's fine with me. I only know about 80,000 Sea Org. And I grabbed somebody, went in, and the rest is history. I've told you guys about it. All right. That's interesting, though, Chad. Wow, that you put that in it and you entered 1404. Wow. I didn't know that was the address for the Horseshoe. I didn't. Wow. That's kind of an interesting accident. Oh, 49ers for life. Hi. I was really strong about those whose side I'm on and when it comes to the protesters' arguments, but I'm really trying to stay out of it. Good. Good, good, good. This is the home of all of us who are doing things that are positive. We are not picking on each other. We don't have sides. We are spreading love with each other and sharing our stories and our life. That's it. And if you fit in there, you fit in. If you don't fit in and you want to fight, go there or there. But it's really, really, it's, like Jesse said, Jesse used to run the Church of Scientology with David Miscavige. And I would get really ticked off because back in 2000, everyone was attacking me. Everyone, wherever I went. And Scientology had paid these 3 women and a man to just write lie after lie after lie about me all day, all night, all weekend, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I would get really upset sometimes because I'd try to clear it up and it wouldn't, of course, because they were really bots, paid to do this, but I didn't know it at the time. And I would call up Jesse just like really upset. And he would say, Tori, listen to me carefully, step away from the stove. And it worked every time because and I remembered Yachty telling me that with the top secret mafia. He said, the only thing we can't handle is if someone doesn't answer. That's it. If you don't answer, they're dead. You can answer anything. They're good. Somebody answered. So just keep that in mind. So you take care of you, 49ers for life, because it's the fighting thing it really isn't where it's at. Yes, hit the like button. It should be a love button, as Tori is such a beautiful soul, as we all know. Aw, blessings from Oz. Fifi. Aw, thank you, Fifi. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. And Chad from 30 years ago. I know, 2000, July 2000. My favorite SP from L. Ron Hubbard. Okay. And Verity, it was Damien. Okay. Now you got to finish the sentence. Remember Sophie saying, try to say a sentence in a context. Because otherwise I don't remember. It was a Damien. What? I know I must have said something that you said that, but say the whole sentence. You're one of the few I still watch and follow because you don't do the drama and insulting comments. No, I really don't. I've been there. I've done that. I know it. It's a dead end street. The question was from Demian Ward about blow. Okay, good. And I answered it, right? I think I answered it. But thank you for letting me know, Verity. And thank you for putting it in the whole sentence. That really helped. Ads as an advertisement, you get money for that. I think so. I do. I think so. But you also have to have more people watching. The more people that are watching, the more people are seeing the ads. I try not to use their nomenclature and give them that power, but it's nice to be educated and informed about it. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's important. Many people have written me and said, I was going to join Scientology and I saw your videos and I didn't, or I was in the cult and I started watching your videos and then watched some other ones and I'm out and free. You have that flip presentation on a page for tonight. I'm interested. Okay. Which one? Do you want to do the admin scale? I have a whole bunch of them. There's the admin scale, the affluence attainment, action affluence, emergency formula. That's really long. You don't want me to do that. Wait. I caught something. Okay. The DevT summary list, I think I've done most of that, and additions, and then keeping Scientology working is the beginning of it. So you tell me which one you're interested in, and then I'll read it to you. We'll go over it. When I'm talking to Never Ends, I tell them I escaped from Scientology. It's a great conversation starter. It is. I know. I use it to this day. It's really great. And the other one I use is your life is in danger. If they're young, I say, look, I just want you to know your life is in danger. And they go, really? Why? And I go, you're 15 minutes away from Scientology. Because here in LA, pretty much anywhere you are, they're around somewhere. And I always go like this. Here's my card. And this has information on it that they will never, ever tell you. And put it in your pocket, because if your boss is a Scientologist, you could get fired if he sees you've got this card. And they go, really? And, and then it just rolls from there. As soon as I say I was in a cult for 30 years and I escaped out, they're like, what cult? And I'm like, Scientology. And they go, oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Or I watch these videos, but I don't really believe it. And I go, oh, yeah, man, it's true. It's absolutely true. So it's important that each of you, because you guys know it's true to a degree, even if you weren't in, you're educated enough that you know it's true. And it's important to let young people know, don't get into it. They are good at what they do. Okay, so YRB, you let me know which one. The easiest way out is the nearest door. Exactly. The way out is the nearest door. That's the actual quote. When I'm talking to Never Ends. Okay, we did that. Okay. Is Osa in the chats? I love your laugh, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, usually they are. They may not be posting in the chats, or they may be. Usually when there's fights, they're in there. They're stirring it up one way or the other. And that's why I don't do it. Because it's like, not going to do that. Love It's here. Hi, Love It. Hi, lovelies. Right on, Damien. Hi, Love It. Everybody's saying hello to you. It's good to see you. All are welcome sounds so creepy. I know. And you're not welcome, right? You go in. It's like, no, you're not allowed. But the sign says all are welcome. And it's really a big all are welcome. It is creepy. So a half a block west. Okay. Sieglin, you're a half a block west from what? You need to finish that sentence. I missed the beginning of it. Susie, hi Tori. Hi Susie. Thank you for coming. Tina talks. So happy to see you, Tori. Blessings to you. Thank you. That's what she said. Love, I know. I love that nickname too. Love it. It's really funny. It's really great. Susie, good. Thank you. Love it. It made Tori laugh. Laughter is the way to live. It is. It is. It's a really good name. That's what she said. That's a funny one. Okay. Hi, great gin in the sky. All right. Great gig in the sky. All right. You got to tell us what the gig is. Tori, I don't think you have your ads turned on. Oh, I never see ads shown on your channel. Ooh, you might be right. I don't know. I thought I had them on. All right, I'll have to do some more research on ads. Arkansas Flamingo. All right. Hi, Tori. Just woke up for a moment. Hope you're well. I am. And you're such a pillar of strength. Thank you. I've been through a lot of stuff with these guys. I really have. I mean, it does strengthen you. You know, when you go through anything, any kind of hardship, it just does strengthen you if you go through it. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like you can run away from it. But, you know, like my dad used to always say, if you fall off a horse, get back on it and ride it until you're good again. Tom Cruise is in Scientology. Okay, Gloria. Is that news? I think we know that. And do you have something you want to say about Tom Cruise and Scientology or not? You and Mark Bunker's streams are like crazy corners in the midst of all this craziness. Oh, cozy corners in the midst of all this craziness. Ah, that's nice. What a nice thing to say. Raphael, how do I say that? Raphael. I don't know, but I like what you said. That's very nice. I never see ads here either. Yeah, me neither. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't have them turned on. I thought I did. Darn. You've been through so much throughout your years of protesting. I'm sure this is all child's play to you now, and you don't have any time for it. Well, I wouldn't say it's child's play. It's just I know what it is. I know who creates it. Remember, I opened up the phony accounts that they can go in there in fake identities and do what they're doing. I didn't know that when I opened the phony accounts. They didn't tell me that. It was my auditor, who's a counselor, who I trusted implicitly. And he said, no, I would never do anything illegal. He said, this is just to handle these evil people on the internet. And I was like, oh, okay. And they have ways of tricking you into believing that's true. See, that's the thing that a lot of people don't get, is that they know how to trick people. And they don't even realize they are tricking people. Do you see what I mean? They're just following orders. That's how it works. So it's like, okay, well, that's what he told me to do, open the account. So I did. And then once I got out, I found out, well, actually, while I was in, one day I decided, because they really turned on me. And so they kind of threw me under the bus, and my auditor threw me under the bus. And I was just like, all right, I didn't get into Scientology for this. And so I went on the internet to look and see what the hell are they doing, because I had never looked. And on it were all these baking recipes the day. And back then it was linear. So it was just one long alt-religion Scientology with topics and topics and topics. And their goal was, if anything was hot, meaning they didn't want anybody to see it, like L. Ron Hubbard's a liar, they don't want anybody to see that. So they posted all this shit to push it down onto the second page, because their view, and I don't think it's that wrong, is that not that many people get onto the second page. So there you go. So I go on there, and the day I went on there, thank God, there were baking recipes, and that was all: how to bake a German chocolate cake, how to bake cupcakes, how to do this. And in between it were real critics like you guys going, I didn't say that. Scientology is changing my words. And I was like, oh my God, they're stopping free speech. And I've always been a free speech advocate. So I was like, okay, I got to get out of this. And I realized I thought it was just with my auditor. But at that point, I realized this is going straight up to David Miscavige. I knew it. I just knew it. And I thought, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here fast. And so I called up Yachty and I said, look, I got to go back to work. I got to start making some money. And that's just it. And he said, okay, well, just meet us at this apartment. And I'm only going to tell this in case anybody's on here who hasn't heard it, because I've told it a lot of times, or if you're listening and you haven't heard it. And so they said, meet me at this apartment. I did. And there were all these OT7s and 8s, all men, all people that always were like, Tori, hi, how are you? And now they're like this, hello, hello, hello. And it's real dark in the room. And I'm thinking, okay, this is fishy. You know, it just felt fishy. And it was all men and me. So I'm thinking, and Bill wasn't there. And all of a sudden the door slams open. And it's Gavino, who was the Sea Org guy that ran the whole thing. And he goes, I warned you about her. I warned you about her. And I look at Bill and I go, he warned you about what? I mean, this was like, I thought my auditor and best friend that I could trust implicitly, right? And here it turns out he was talking behind my back. So if you're in and you're thinking these people are wonderful, they're not. They really aren't. And you really need to go look around the internet, learn what these people know. Most of them were never even in, but they know more than you know because Scientology has stopped you from looking. So open up your eyes, start poking around the internet. Don't tell them about it. Just start learning the facts. And then when you're ready, the way out is the nearest door. Just open a door and walk out. That's it. There's nothing they can do. Nothing. Okay, so there you go. All right, good to know, June. Thank you, each of you, for pointing that out. JB808, you've been through so much. Okay, yeah, that's true, JB808, true. Sieglin, hi, Tori. Based on the previous stream, I know that you have tech dictionary, but I want to send you to an admin dictionary. Might be useful for the future stream. Anyway, I'll comb through your email. Okay, just put YT in front of it. I'm really bad with email. It's much better if you text me, and this is where you can text me. Just a second. Right there. You can text me at that number. You don't have to send any Zelle, but you can if you want. But anyway, you can send me a text there and just say check your email. But that would help. God bless you, Tori, from Texas. Wow, nice. Now, wait a second. Now everything went. Charles Patrick. Hi, Tori. Oh, wait. God, you guys are so nice. Love it. Saying hi to Arlene. Did you say hi to me, love it? Okay. Gloria. Those who pay don't get ads. Those who pay don't get ads. Now, so if I pay StreamYard, I don't get ads? Is that what you mean, Gloria? Let me know, because I need to know this. God bless you, Tori from Texas. Thank you, Marcia Smith. Many religions have conflicts. Gloria, you're a Scientologist, right? Oh, God. Come out, girl. If you're a Scientologist, keep reading, keep listening, keep looking. And if you're not, don't be, you sound like it when you're, saying Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. I mean, it's okay. That's a big negative. Charles Patrick. Hi, Tori. came across a video looking at some Hollywood houses, and he came across Cecil B. DeMille's son's house, and he went into a story about LRH kidnapping. Wow. His wife and the help of DeMille's son. Wow. I know. Isn't it amazing, Charles? When you get out on the street, you do meet. I met Aleister Crowley's granddaughter while I was protesting. She came up to me and told me, yep, I'm his granddaughter. And it was like, wow. I mean, that if you don't know who Aleister Crowley is, Google it. Robin, hi, Tori. Love it. Charles Patrick. Still not saying hi to me. YRB. The admin scale is what I was referring to. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know, YRB. The admin scale. All right. Here we go. Okay. So the skill with which all these items in the activity are aligned and gotten into action is called management. So that's what he's talking about. The first one is goals, which are, the actual goals that you have, things that you want to do. The next one are purposes. What's the purpose of doing your goals, right? The next one is policy, which, of course, it's all only based on LRH. So you have to look up the policies of what your goals and purposes are. Plans, those are the actual plans of how you're going to implement goals and purposes. Programs are things that you can create that are kind of like broader for your goals and purposes. Projects are things that you have to do to get it done. Orders are things that someone may give you saying you've got to do this, or you have to give them to someone else saying you need to do this. An ideal scene is, what is your actual ideal scene? Like what is the best thing for you? And the next one is stats or statistics. What are your statistics? And the final thing is valuable final product. So what is your VFP? What is your valuable final product? What are you going to get out of doing all that? And that's the admin scale. I'll tell you a fun one. It's nothing to do with Scientology really, except for this little admin scale. My father died when I was 22. And very soon after that, some con man who was really creepy started giving my mother a rose every day. And we all started going, this is fishy. Anyway, long story short, she married him. And we would go visit them. They moved from Chicago to Florida. And his children, before she married him, flew in to say, watch out for this guy. He took our mother for everything and left her nothing. So, and this guy did the same thing to my mother too. It was awful. But anyway, we would go visit him, and it was just, them, and we would have a horrible time. It was just always creepy. So finally, one time on a plane, I figured out my little admin scale for this visit. And you know what was the one main thing? It was a plan that I put in, and kind of the ideal scene was to have a nice, happy visit. But the plan that I realized was out was they're older and we were younger, and my son was crazy jumping around and running around, and it was just too much for them. And so I put in this plan where I arrived and I said, every hour or every half an hour, whichever they picked, we're going to take a break. And you go in your room, you can watch TV, take a nap, read, whatever you want to do. We're going to go in our room and we'll do the same thing. And then we'll get back and get together. And it totally changed the visits from just Nightmare on Elm Street to pretty nice visits. So that was kind of just a fun personal one that I had. Anyway, there you go. If you have any questions, ask me. That's amazing about LRH kidnapping his wife was back in the 50s when Scientology was still called Dianetics. Yeah, correct, Charles. My husband's brother, his parents got in 1950, my husband's parents. And his oldest brother, used to go with them to these congresses. And they tied him up in an auditing room. And I'm telling you, that guy forever hated Scientology, and all of his kids, they all live in Chicago, and they hate Scientology too. So they had some creepy stuff back then, for sure. And Gloria, there's a few documentaries on Scientology. The redhead actor from 70s show was on the news. All right. You mean recently was on the news or a long time ago? Charles Patrick, hi, love it. Nice. Chad, they closed the Scientology office in Pittsburgh over 10 years ago. Chuck Beatty and I walked into it before it closed. I know, it's funny how, they're just dead. They really don't have, they kind of stopped delivering auditing. So I don't know what they're doing except buying these buildings. And failing David Miscavige, I was in Chicago a week ago and I walked into the new org. The bathroom actually had toilet paper. All right. In the old days, they didn't have toilet paper. And I used to think, okay, these are the highest guys on the planet per them. They're the clear and OT, but they don't have toilet paper. This was in the 70s. It was very weird. So that's good, Chad. They were nice. I told them I was in over 30 years ago. Interesting. And they talked to you. They were okay on that. Love it. That's what she said. They are in the chats and have channels. Okay. They who? What are you talking about? Love it. I got to go back and find it. I can't find it. The key here is that OSA paid people to talk smack. They still do. Hello, beautiful Tori. Thank you. I don't see what you're talking about, love it. Oh, I'm going to go back down because I don't see where it is. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. They're in the chats and have channels. Who are you talking about, love it? What are you talking about? You mentioned it, so you got to let me know. I never get ads here either. Okay. Ads aren't popping up on lives. Okay, that's what I thought. So they're only popping up if you make a video and then put it up. Then you get ads. Is that correct, Gloria? Do you know? I just meant that Catalina is half a block west of the big Scientology letters at Big Blue. Yep. All right. Tori Queen question. Is the CFS in Orlando, as I've never seen or heard of them here? I don't think so, but I don't know. You can Google it. Just Google Scientology Orlando, and it'll either come up or not. So check and see. I love it. Tori Magoo 44. I got you some awesome lozenges. All right. Good. Thank you. Good actor is all. Oh, Gloria, you're saying Tom Cruise is a good actor. I liked him in some of them. I don't like some of his newer stuff, but I really liked A Few Good Men and The Firm. I can't believe he watched The Firm and he did The Firm. He was in The Firm and he didn't get that. That's exactly how Scientology is. It was really freaky for me. Okay. Love it. Oh, that's so kind of you. She's a very kind person. JB808. It's supposed to be like Raphael OL, but you can just call me Raphael. Okay, good. That's good. Thank you. That keeps it simple. And forgive me if I forget it. Remind me again. If I'm having a hard time with it, just remind me to call you Raphael. I'm bad with names. Eric. Okay, hello, Tori and all. It's been a long time. I've decided to subscribe to you again. Love from Culver City, California. Your friend Eric that has high functioning autism. Hi, Eric. Yeah, we've missed you. I remember that. Yeah, we should get together sometime. We should, because you're not far away. Culver City's not far at all. Drew lives out in Culver City, and he comes in and protests with me all the time. Eric, good to have you back. Thank you for coming back. 25-year-old Sarah Northrop Hubbard was his wife that was kidnapped. Their child's name was Alexa Valerie. Some guy named Frank Dressler was also involved, along with DeMille's son, Richard. Crazy stuff. That is crazy, Charles. That's really crazy. Wow. I love how you pay attention to and communicate with us like, your chat. Yeah, I like you guys. I do. Each of your communications mean a lot to me. Charles, Patrick, wow. Except I still don't get the thing where the guys that are fighting are making tons of money and I'm not. So that's the thing where I don't quite get it. It isn't ads. They're fighting with each other and then they're paying, they pay, they do a super chat, right? But I don't ever get super chats and I don't know if I'm supposed to do something different to get a super chat. Or maybe because I read all the comments, you figure, well, I don't need to do a super chat. She's going to read it anyway. So anyway, you guys have to help me or else I'm just going to figure something else out. All right. The name sounds so mafia. Gavino and Yachty. Exactly. Yachty, I trusted. I did because he was my auditor. But Gavino, I really, really, honestly, this is a funny story. I really thought maybe, just maybe, I didn't think it was beyond Miscavige to hire the mafia because you can pay the mafia and they can take somebody out. And I thought, okay, I knew Bob Minton was a multimillionaire and they really hated him. And I thought, well, maybe Gavino's going to be doing that. So I didn't like the guy and he didn't like me either. Love it. It was at the end of the recent video some guy made talking about Hollywood Hills houses that famous people lived in. And the LRH kidnapping thing part was so random. Yep. I'd love to see that. Do you remember the name? Thanks. Question, did you ever go on the free wins? I did. I went to talk to my husband. Have you ever heard of Adnan Khashoggi? He was then in the 90s, he was the top arms dealer in the world. And his wife of Adnan Khashoggi was at Flag as a Scientologist. And their son was not happy with it. Now, my husband was just finishing OT7. Normally, it takes about a month or two to finish OT7, do all the setups for OT8, and then go to the ship. But they wanted my husband to go to the Riviera and talk to his son. And I said, no, not going to happen. And he said, oh, don't worry about it. She'll bring you there. I said, look, I've grown up around money. I know wealthy people. They don't just throw money around. They'll fly you there, but they're not going to fly me there. And she's not going to want me there because you're going to talk to him. So anyway, they had him wrapped up and finished. Now remember, normally for OT7 onto OT8, it's like 2, 3, 4 months. It's a long haul. They had him wrapped up, completed, and off to the ship on one weekend. Yep, true story. So I talked to a gentleman who was the examiner at Flag. I wasn't there as a PC talking to the examiner. I was just talking to this guy on his break. And I said, I'm really pissed off. They got my husband off to free winds, and, now it's really hard to talk to the ship, from ship to shore. And at least it was then. And he said, well, go to the free winds. And I said, I don't have the money to go to, Curacao, which is where it usually was. And he said, no, it's in the Bahamas. Hey, thank you. Someone gave me a little bit of money. I appreciate it. Who is this? JB808? Tell me who it is. It is JB808. Thank you. Thank you very much. You deserve much more. Well, thank you, JB808. I really appreciate it. And who is this? Sieglin. Thank you. Thank you both. I don't know how to put it so that it's, well, I'll find something. I'll work it out. Maybe you're up above here. I don't know. Let's see. One of these days, I'm going to learn how to use this computer. No, I don't see it. Okay. Eric, I'm glad you're back. Okay, here's Sieglin. I love how you pay attention to and communicate with us. Thank you, Sieglin. All right, so there you go. Thank you for that. And then I'll find something for JB808. All right, now the names sound like mafia. Yeah, so did I finish the story or not? I forget where I was on it. It was, well, Gavino's a mafia guy. I don't know. Oh, question. Did I go to the free winds? That was it. I was telling the free winds. Thank you, Maria. Okay, so anyway, he said it's in the Bahamas and it's $85 round trip. So I fly to the Bahamas. I get there. Remember, I have epilepsy and I take medicine. And I told you, they've always treated me shitty because of it. And their cars are on the wrong side of the road. Like ours are on this side, theirs are on that side. So I'm like, I'm like really scared driving along. And anyway, we finally get up to the ship, and I'm talking to the taxi cab drivers, and they're really nice people. So then I get to the ship, and I say, hi, I'm here, to see Harold Bazazian. And they say, stand aside. You're not allowed in the ship. And I almost said, F you, and walked away. I really did. I mean, I was inches from just saying, F you. I was so pissed off. But I thought, Tori, this is going to do is get sec checks for Harold, sec checks for me, all of that you have to pay for. So it's thousands of dollars because we're OT 7 and 8. So I said, just say nothing. So I did, and now I'm on the ship. And I basically went there to say to my husband, no, you are not going to see Adnan Khashoggi's wife's son and handle it. No, we are here to do what we're here to do, finish OT8 and come home. That's it. And it was good. He agreed. So that was good. But my trip at the free winds, the whole time, all I did, because they have a thing where they have, this is the social director, and today we're going to the Berry Islands. Well, I didn't have anything to do. I didn't want to do their stupid courses. So I went down to the Berry Islands. I'd go down. They'd have a little boat, and I'd get on it. It'd just be me. They'd drive me over to the Berry Islands. It was amazing. It was like, South Pacific kind of thing. I was like, wow, I'd never seen something like that. It was really incredible. And then I made them let me off, and I walked all around the island and met people and stuff like that. I met these young girls. It was so cute. It was like on a dirt road, and they're barefoot. And I go, what are you guys doing? Like, oh, we're going to school. And they said, I said, what are you going to do with your future? What are your plans? Oh, we're going to the university. And I just thought, it was hard to imagine. And it was one of those islands where it was like mostly very poor people, but big, big, rich homes too. So it was weird. But anyway, I went on every day I went somewhere. So I did go to the free winds. And then and listen to this, in the Bahamas, I'm there. It's they have like a straw, I forget what they call it, like a straw thing where they're making baskets and weaving things and stuff like that. So I say, okay, I'll go. So I get on the boat. They take me over there to that. And I'm walking around and I see this little young black woman, beautiful, and she's holding a little black baby. And I say, oh man, your baby is so beautiful. I mean, it was really pretty. And she goes, you like my baby? You want my baby? Here's my baby. And she puts the baby in my arms and she goes, here's all of her bottles. Here's her stuff. Here's her passport. Goodbye. And she walks off. Now I'm standing here with a baby from the free winds. And I'm thinking, okay, is this real? Did this woman really just hand me her baby? Or is this, and I know this is way off Scientology, but it isn't really, because I remember I was on the Scientology free wind ship. And so I'm standing there going, what am I going to take this baby back to the free winds and say, oh, I just inherited this baby? No. So I just think, Tori, don't do a thing. Don't move. Don't step a foot away. Because I didn't know. I thought maybe it's just a big setup where if I walked anywhere with the baby, they would get a policeman and say, she's stealing my baby. So I just stood there and I kept teasing the baby saying, oh, you want to come to the valley and be a valley girl? And the baby was looking at me like, is my mother doing this again? She was pissed. And finally the mom came back, took the baby, sat down, took all her stuff, put them next to her, started weaving her baskets. And that is my free wind story. And the other thing I did on that same trip is I really liked the taxi cab drivers. They were so much nicer than Scientology. And I thought, you know what? Screw these guys. I was really pissed off at Scientology because they were just so snotty. The Sea Org were so snotty on the free winds. And so I said, you know what? You guys really have bad PR here in the Bahamas, and you need to increase your PR, your public relations. So we should invite the taxi cab drivers and do a show for them. So they did. They put on this huge show and they had it all. They invited them all. They all came all dressed up. They looked fantastic. They brought their wives. Everybody had a good time. They had food and drinks. I mean, it did increase the PR a little bit, but I don't know how much. But they did have a good time, and I did too. They made me an honorary PR for the ship for that time. Ha ha! Oh, it's honorary PR and now SP. Don't forget, if you haven't seen my suppressive declare, there it is. Scientology, the Church of Scientology, declaring people suppressive. One of your most stupid things that you've ever done, David Miscavige, is continue that thing of SPs. It's ridiculous. It really is. Breaks up families. It stops free speech. It's stupid. And it makes you look so unreligious. I mean, religion? Are you kidding me? No. Oh, anyway, there you go. YouTube premium members don't see ads. Ads don't play during their lives. Okay, but I don't know if I'm a premium member. I don't think I am. Keika. Tori, I think Gloria meant that people who pay for YouTube Premium do not see ads. Yeah, that's what you love it just said. They get unlimited ad-free videos per YouTube. But I don't think I have premium. I think you have to pay for that. That's a different thing. Anyway, whether ads appear on a live stream depends on how your channel is set up. Somebody else. Channel is set up. I'm sure Mark can help you with. Yeah, except he's part of StreamYard. So I already talked to him about it once. JB808, there you are, you sweetheart. Thank you. I got to go up here and find a quote of JB808's because it doesn't have a thing where you can do the live stream thing. Damn it. Uh-oh, now I took it away. Uh-oh. Don't take it away. Here you go. JB808, where are you? Here we go. Thank you. And thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, JB808. I definitely missed you guys. So I'm going to just have to get everything and keep doing this. That's all there is to it. God bless you, Tori. Oh, I like that. It's very nice. Okay. Woo. All right. So pardon me while I'm trying to find out where the hell I am. I think Gloria meant, okay, so whether ads appear on a live stream depends on how your channel set up. Okay, so I'll have to check with Bunky. I mean, for people who do not pay for YouTube Premium. Okay. Talk to Aaron. He knows a lot about YouTube. He should be great help for you. Sieglin. Oh, by the way. Okay. Oh, by the way. Chad. Oh, good night. Good night, Chad. Thank you for coming by. And call me and let me know when we can get together. We should. You're close. Okay, Chad B. That's what she said. We love that nickname. Question: if Scientology didn't harass you at the airport, do you think you would have become a critic? No. You know, it's real. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I wasn't planning on it. I was just planning on leaving. That was it. And it wasn't just the airport. Remember, they not only did the whole cancel my van, cancel the airport, the plane was canceled. The vice president was at LAX. She followed me all through LAX. I finally get on the plane. In Chicago, my husband's there with OSA, and they've got their whole thing going. You know, it was bad. It really was. It was really, really bad. And so they turned me into an activist. But if they had just let me go, I think it would have been a whole different thing, but I'm not sure. Because remember, I was going to LMT, which is Lisa McPherson Trust, and they were really big on protesting Scientology. They were having people call in every day, all day, about their children and disconnection and Scientology and awful things that had happened. So I would have helped them because they helped me. And then I would have become more aware. Do you see what I mean? So even if they didn't chase me, I mean, they pushed it along, made it much, much stronger than it would have been. But I think I still would have become an activist pretty quick because I knew a lot of stuff. You know, it wasn't like my head was in the sand. I mean, I left because of the stuff I'd seen. Thank you, Sieglin. You're testing something. All right, what are you testing? That worked, I think. I told Mark Bunker about you and him doing another live together. Okay, thank you, Eric. Ooh, uh-oh. Wait, what happened? Something happened here. Damn it. All right, there's JB808. There, you deserve much more. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, wait. Tori was the first person that ever reached out to me since 2006. Diane, when I was discovering, oh wait, my eyes got weird. When I was discovering anti-Scientology info, she's saved my life in many ways. Thank you, Tori, for being my hero. Thank you so much, Diane. I really appreciate that when you say that. I really do. It means a lot to me because you're the reason, people like that where I can help them. I really appreciate it. And all of you, all of you. I mean, I really appreciate it, but thank you very much. That means a lot to me. Okay. Yeah, very sweet. Thank you for saying that. Ads are usually in the replays. Oh, that I didn't know. I'll look and see. I don't think I've seen any on my site. The one thing I struggle with since leaving JW, Jehovah's Witnesses, is finding out paradise on earth is BS. As a kid, I always thought that I'd always see my grandparents because God was going to resurrect us. Well, I still sort of feel that way. I do, and I don't mean to give you the, if you don't, you don't. But I do. I hope. I mean, it's sort of like you can live however you want to live, right? I just realized I left JB808 there. Sorry about that. Wait, let me undo that. There. Um, you can live however you want, but to me, it's very depressing to think I'm never going to see my family or my friends that have passed away. So I kind of still think you do, but we won't know. Like I told John, who was passed away, was my old roommate. I said, none of us are going to know until we're dead. And if there are people on the other side, we're going to get to see them and we'll have a big party. And if they're not, we're not going to know anyway, because we'll be dead and in the ground like you think, because he was a big atheist. But anyway, he turned into an agnostic after a few things I said. It was really cool. If finances are short, just saying. Okay, you're just saying what, Robin? Wait, I'm trying to look up here. You can do a full set of dentures for less? Yeah, that's a little bit too late for me. I've already done one bridge. It's done. And now I've got the other one that's coming. I think tomorrow I'm getting at least the mold for it. So anyway, I know I probably could have, but I didn't. I didn't know that then. So there you go. Finding out paradise on earth is BS. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think you make your own paradise. I really do. I mean, it's like life can be wonderful or it can really be awful. And my mom taught me that when I was a little kid. She said, Tori, every morning you wake up, you can decide to have a really great day or a really crummy day. And that's on you. That's not on us. Because my dad was a celebrity. She was a model. She was really pretty. They were like really cool. But she said, this isn't it. Money isn't it. It isn't. Money's nice. It helps make life better, but it's not it. And I said, well, what is it? And she said, it's just every day enjoying that day. Find something to be grateful for every day. And that's really helped me a lot. It really has. And you guys, I'm very grateful for. I really am, each one of you. Now my eyes got weird again. Okay, all right. So if the finances are short, just saying. I'm not sure what you're saying, though. Oh, you were talking about the dentures. Okay, yeah. Too late on that. Too late. It must be hard. Sorry. Sorry they lied to you. Oh, yeah, for 49ers. Yeah, it's tricky. They trick you. Sieglin, so great to hear that I remember that time of Scientology exposure. Gotta love Anonymous if it had anything to do with that. Yeah, I love Anonymous. I mean, the section that took on the Church of Scientology, I love. I told you that man came over and showed me the original Anonymous, and he said, you have to know every time you say, I love Anonymous, all of Anonymous, you don't know what they're doing. But the guys that are, taking on the Scientology, that's a different thing. So I kind of specify that. He said it's like a pie, and they're a sliver in the pie. And they are great. They really changed everything. Everything. Okay, so, oh my, the baby story? What baby story? Wow, thank you. Well, here's another one. That's what she said. Thank you. Super sticker. Thank you very much. Woohoo! I appreciate it. You guys are great. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, now. And so many LULs. I know this is a good, we have a good group of people here. Okay, Diane, what is she saying? Scientology is really the most non-religious. It's not a religion. It's a cult. It has nothing to do with religion. It is a mind control, soul-sucking, fraudulent business pretending to be a religion. That is Scientology. And that is a quote. You can quote me on it wherever you want. And I was in it for 30 years, so I speak from experience. But no, it's not a religion because they preach that religion sucks. Exactly. Hubbard was against God, against Jesus, against angels, against churches. Thank you so much. So sweet. Yeah. Night all. Have a great night. Thank you, Verity. Thank you for coming by. Sweet dreams. All right. And 49ers for life. Love it. Even when I was out of JW, I still thought it was the truth. JW called the religions the truth. Tori really helped me use critical thinking about a lot of things I never thought of. Wow. Well, that's good. Thank you for that. I'm glad I was able to help you some. I really am. It's important. Kiko, Tori, YouTube Premium is a service that viewers subscribe to. Oh, you are the content creator, not the viewer. Whatever ads appear on your channel for people who don't pay for premium is something else. So you guys would pay? Does that sound right? That's what you mean, Kiko? So the YouTube viewers, the viewers subscribe to you. Okay. Do you have to pay? Okay. 49ers for life. Wow. I never thought about that. I'm glad you have found support from Tori. Me too. Thank you, love it. The honest Kathy, the honest caddy, the honest caddy. Okay. Check your settings, and AdSense might be something to do with that. Okay. I don't think I use AdSense, but maybe. Okay. There you go. AdSense. Let me just write it down so I check settings and AdSense. Okay, good. I will. All right. Sorry I didn't say hi. This is from Kiko. I've been listening while I do other stuff, so I haven't been in chat. We'll send you a bill. Okay, 49ers for life. That's wonderful. Sometimes it's helpful for people who have been in high control groups to learn from people who have gotten out of other groups. Very true. And it's shocking to see how similar they are. Okay, and this is from 49ers for Life. Love it. We have disfellowships. It's very similar to disconnection. I know that. You know that an ex-Jehovah's Witness was the one who, they went and spread all these, Tony Ortega did an article about Andreas and I called Sympathy for the Devil, which you can Google and still read it online. So Tony did that, and it was in the New Times LA. So now Scientology, this was in early 2000s, might have been 2001, but anyway, whenever it was the early part of the 2000s. And I didn't even know they did this stuff. But this ex-Jehovah's Witness and I had been talking and sharing stories and what happens in the disfellowship, disconnection, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, look, if anything ever happens that's weird, let me know, because they're after me. So let me know. So they put that article about Tony that Tony wrote in the New Times LA, the whole magazine, they put on his porch. And I woke up that morning and I come out in my house in the dining room, and there's a stack of these New Times LA. And I said to John, ex-Sea Org, what the hell is this? What's going on? And he goes, I don't know. The neighbor brought him over. And they had gone around to my block to every single house and put one of those New Times LA articles about Andreas and I all around the entire block, including apartments. And these guys, bless their hearts, went around and picked up every single one of them and brought them to me. It's like, you never know when someone can really, really help you. That meant a lot to me. It really did. I wish I could thank them. I mean, I did then, but I wish I could again. Tori Magoo 44, Diane. Oh, that's Marissa? I keep remembering that. It's like I'm so unused to her changing that name, using that name. Why is she Diane edX? I don't get that. I mean, she's a well-known person. That's really funny. Thank you, love it. So now I got to go back and look at what she said. Did she say anything? I can't remember. Diane, it sounds like she did. Oh, here she is. Scientology is really the most non-religion religion because they preach that religion sucks. That's funny that's Marisa. Oh, God, thank you, love it, for letting me know that. Now, I mean, she's a kick-ass chick. She really is. Okay. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. It's so cold here, Kiko. Okay. 49ers for Life. I've heard of that. It's so sad. It's the threat for people to not leave. Yeah, it's tricky. Like I said, they trick people. That's what they do. That's what cults do. Yikes. I figured, come to California. Yeah, really. Come to California. That's what I did. I packed up and hitchhiked from Chicago to here. 49ers for Life. Love it. Everyone wants to come back and live in paradise. That's what the JWs hold over people. And they want them to go back into JW, right? That's what they say. Everyone wants to. Yeah, no. I've gotten a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses. I've helped get them out. They've told me that. And I'm really proud of that, because that's a totally different cult. But they watched my videos and that helped them wake up. That's what they told me. Sieglin, Hubbard actually had an inkling of the concept of what you resist persists for you. And no Scientologist ever understood that. I understood it. I don't know why you're saying no Scientologist ever understood it. I did. Love it, I wish, says Keiko. All right. Tori Magoo 44. Oh, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. That's Marisa. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. You'll have to always remind me that because I'll have a hard every time I see that's her, it takes me a while to get it. And I'm like, oh, my God, it's Marisa. I don't get why she changed her name. I don't. I had a long evening once with the JWs trying to recruit me. Wow, it was wild. They really tried to scare me into it. Ooh, love it. You never told me that. That's spooky. And here's Marisa, Diane. One of my childhood friends is a JW. I grew up around several of them. I gotta say, JWs are very hardcore. No parties, happiness, or pledge of allegiance. That is true. I went to a cult conference early when I left with Steve Hassan. It was Steve Hassan and me and one other person, and then the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, and there were some ex-Jehovah's Witnesses there. And I started talking about my parties. I had these parties once a month, and it just got people back in touch with each other. And everybody would come in. It was a potluck. So everybody'd bring something. They'd just start talking. They'd glue on with somebody. You know, I was in this room. You were in that room. What happened? Bup, 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 bup. And it was very healing. And so the Jehovah's Witnesses came up to me at the end, and they said, we're really bummed because we never have parties. And I said, well, come to my party. And they said, okay, we will. So I gave them my address, and they came. They showed up. This one guy was this big, tall guy. And we had a veterinarian that would come late at night with chocolate cake at each of the parties. So she shows up with this big, tall cake and sets it on the table. It's not a birthday cake. It's just a cake. But the big, tall guy, the Jehovah's Witness, the ex-Jehovah's Witness, is like shaking. And he goes, Tori, I've got to talk to you. I got to talk to you right now. I said, all right, come in my bedroom, which was the only place where nobody was. And I said, what's going on? And he said, you've got a cake out there. And I said, okay, it's not a birthday cake. It's just a cake. That's all it is. It's just a cake. We're just going to eat cake. It's dessert, right? And he said, well, we have to go. And they all packed up, left. I never heard from them again, ever. And that made me sad because they were ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. Maybe they went back in. They must have. But boy, they were still really brainwashed. You're right as far as that, Diane. Diane, it's so weird. Marisa. Anyway, yeah, you're right. They don't have any parties at all. It's too bad. That's probably part of the brainwashing, though. There are true believers. I used to go out to service with my aunt, and when I went to my friends, it sucked so bad. 49ers for life. Yeah, I bet. It sounds like a drag. No, the no birthday cake is a hard no from me. I love birthday cake and candles. Me too, love it. And you really did great my last birthday. That was so fun. She brought these cupcakes. We were out protesting, and she brought cupcakes and a big sign, and it was so fun. It really was. Yeah, that's a big no for me too. Forget it. But no parties, forget it. Not me. Okay, so Diane, Marisa. All right. JW shunning is worse than disconnection? Really? In my opinion, JWs don't have a process of redemption. They just kick you out forever. Well, come on, let's face it. I mean, first of all, I don't think that's true because these few of them I've talked to have said you can go back. So I don't know that that's true. Maybe it is. I'll Google it after we're done. But Scientology doesn't have any redemption. Come on, you can't go back there. Once you've left, I mean, I would say probably out of 100 people, 95 of them are probably treated like dog shit. And maybe 5 of them yeah, they can come back, but not really. Once people leave, I mean, I remember Robert Von Young. Do you remember him, Marisa? He used to write for Freedom Magazine, and he would call me every night when I first escaped out. And he said, I'm really worried about you, Tori. And I said, why? And he said, I'm just worried you're going to go back in. It's like an abused woman syndrome. And people, a lot of time, go back to abusive men. And I said, okay, listen to me carefully. Saying to me, who's fought them for 30 years about epilepsy and medicine and being treated like a degraded being for 30 years, is you worrying about me going back to Scientology is the same as saying to someone who's a Jew and been in a concentration camp and got out, we're worried you're going to go back in. There's no difference. I will never go back to Scientology, not ever. And people are like, well, what if someone else takes over? I don't care. It's still going to be the same dog shit run on the same policies. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. Done. So anyway, there you go. I don't think it's the same. I think Scientology is worse. I really do. Okay, now Charles Patrick did find that video. Don't see my comment with the YouTube link, but the video title is Story Location Tour Hollywood Heights, Episode 5, Glencoe Way and Frank Lloyd Wright's Freeman's House. Okay. Interesting. Well, thank you, Charles, for putting that there. And Love It says YouTube doesn't let people put links in chat. Oh, I see. I just took a screenshot of the title. That's good. That's good. Good. And 49ers for Life says, love it. I was so scared of birthdays as a kid. Oh, that's so sad. They always had the elders tell you how bad it was. Yes, one of the elders was at that conference that I was at. And I think I told you guys this, but we had lunch with them. And I said, I'm going to tell you something, man. After I heard about them having sex with the young girls, and then the solution was they went in with their best friend, and the girl had to describe the whole thing to he who raped her and his best friend. And then they would decide if it was rape or not. And we had lunch with them, and I said, you know what, I'm going to tell you something, man. Scientology's bad, but you guys are fucking nuts. And he laughed. He thought it was funny. He said, yeah, you're right. We are. They are. That's why I left. So that was good. Okay, now. Yikes, yeah. Wish I could tell you the whole story. Oh, 49ers for life. Oh, this is Love It. Wishes that she could tell us this whole story. Ooh. Here's Diane, which is Marisa. I can't believe you changed your name to Diane Etex. I think at least if any JWs are here, please correct me. I was raised in Scientology. My JW friend is shunned. It's more cruel than Scientology disconnection, in my opinion. Okay, so that's your opinion. And I disagree with you, but that's all right. Okay, so Charles, Love It. The LRH kidnapping his wife part is near the end. Think around 57 minutes. Thank you, Charles. Kiko, Tori, YouTube viewers who pay for premium are paying YouTube to make all videos they watch ad-free. It's not about subscribing to your channel. Okay, that makes sense. I gotcha. Diane and Tori, what products do you use for your hair? It's been looking fabulous for 2 decades. I know. I use Head and Shoulders and a conditioner. That's it. That's all I do. But I only wash it once a week. So I think that's, I mean, part of it is genetic. My mother had fabulous hair. So I have to give her credit because I inherited her great hair. And I mean, she died with great hair. I was like, oh my God, she's dead. And her hair looks fantastic. It was really weird. So I inherited the great hair. And I have a really great hairdresser who does the color and the cut. And he knows that because I have a bad shoulder, I don't know whether you guys know that or not, but one of my shoulders used to go out of socket. So I can't blow dry my hair. I have very thick hair. I have like 3 heads of hair. So to blow dry my hair takes forever, even for hairdressers. So I can't do it. So he cuts my hair so that, like today, I haven't curled it or anything. I just washed it today and blew, just kind of just blew it dry. But I don't like blow dry it. I just blew it dry. But because it's cut in a way where he knows I can't do much with it, he cuts it really simple. And that's it. So I would say it's inheriting great hair. And it doesn't have really to do with head and shoulders and the conditioner. It's just I inherited good hair. That's what it is. I mean, we all have different things that are better or worse. But thank you for noticing. And I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Now, love it. Charles Patrick, cool. I'll check it out. The whole video sounds interesting. It does. It really does. Keiko, when content creators have ads turned on for their video, they will only play for people who do not have premium. Okay. And does it play while you're like during this? We'd have ads popping up? See, I've never seen that on any live videos ever. Keiko, JWs also can't take blood. I used to have a no blood cord in my backpack when I was a kid. Oh man, I feel so bad for you, 49ers for life. That is awful. You've obviously come a long way by yourself. I really want to congratulate you. I mean, it's a rough deal to get out of a cult. And then, you're a good person. Keiko, I'm not sure if it helps. I'm pretty sure Mark understands all this, so please give him a call. It's too hard to explain in chat. Okay. I'll let her know. Thanks, love. Okay, 49ers for life. Keiko says, I have heard that because of some high-profile cases where children have died. Yeah, I have too, I think. When I was younger, I heard about that and thought, oh, how weird. Yeah, blood transfusions are looked at as a big crime. Boy, they're awful. Maybe Maurice's right. Okay, Gurroar, hi. We haven't seen you in a while. Just got here. Magoo forever. Rock on, girl. Thank you. Good to see you, Gurroar. I love that, Nick, also. Don't forget to share the love and hit the like button, folks. Thank you. And here's Diana, who's really Marisa. Do you want me to say that or not? Because for me, it helps me remember that that name is you. So that's why I'm saying it all the time. But if you don't want me to say it, let me know. My eyes are weird. I have a JW friend shunned for getting a divorce. Her parents refused to speak to her ever again. Whereas most ex-Scientologists have been divorced 3 times. Yeah, but if they leave, they have the same thing. I mean, it's not over divorce, but I mean, if they leave Scientology, they have the same thing where they're not going to talk to them. I talk to families all the time who call me, and their kids, they haven't even met their grandkids. I know people where they have children and the kids are in Scientology and they now have grandkids. And if you're listening, call your mother, moron. It's like, how long do you guys have to run this stuff? You have to realize your mother isn't going to live forever. She's not. So call her up. The church doesn't have to know. It's not a church, first of all. It is a mind control, soul-sucking, fraudulent business because you have to pay for every single thing and you know it, pretending to be a religion. So call your mother at least and talk to her. And if I forget to remind people, someone remind me about it every time I make a video, because it really ticks me off. All right, so Love It says, Tori Magoo, Maurice's channel name is Diane Edix, as in Dianetics. Why did she change it though? Or has it always been that? Okay. Oh, like Dianetics. Okay, I got it. Okay, I just got it. I didn't get it before. Dianetics. Okay. I just got it. I always saw it as two different things, and it's like Diane Edix, and it's like everyone I know knows her as Marisa. So it's like, why would she change that? But now I get it. So that's her YouTube site, Dianetics. Thank you for explaining that. Love it. Thank you. Okay, 49ers for life. I celebrated my first birthday at like 21. I'm in my 30s now. It was so crazy. My parents and myself were so lost. It still feels awkward saying happy birthday. Well, if that's your worst problem, you're good. It's like, first of all, after 30, your birthday, some people celebrate birthdays, but a lot of people don't. One of my dear friends, we were with him tonight, and I said, happy birthday. And he said, yeah, whatever. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was your birthday, so I didn't bring you anything. And he said, don't worry about it. I never celebrated anyway. So, that's true for a lot of people. So, when you're little, it's a lot to get over. It is. It's awful. I think it's really child abuse to not let kids celebrate birthdays. That's just mean. That's just creepy. But good for you. So you say my parents and myself were so lost. So your parents left with you. That's good. I didn't know that. That's really good. All right. Love It says better late than never for 49ers for life. Happy birthday. Yeah, it's true. Happy birthday, 49ers for life. We can say it every time. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Cake rules. I have birthday candles in my purse at all times, just in case. You're a riot. Too funny. Okay. LOL Twinkle. Hi, Tori. And Love It, if you talk to Sophie, let her know I stood up for her to DOA. He sent me a text against her. And I wouldn't listen to the thing. And I said, look, you have been pounding on her for a long time. So she's standing up for her rights. She has that right. And I was proud of her for doing so. So let her know that. It was just a private message. So it wasn't in the. No, I don't remember Robert. You don't remember Robert Von Young? Maybe you were too young, but he was the main writer. You remember Freedom Magazine. So he was the main writer of those articles. And when we called him Von, that's what he was known as, Von Young. But his official name was Robert Von Young. Uh-oh, the frogs are coming out. All right. So there you go on that. And Anyway, he was a cool guy. He died of cancer, but he made a whole website for men on prostate cancer, so to help educate them. Okay. Please hit the like button. Thank you, Laura P. That's too bad. 49ers for life. That pisses me off. It's not dumb. I hope it becomes fun for you. Yeah, so just take it a little bit at a time and realize, it's okay to have a birthday. It's kind of like change your mind, right? Like before it was like no birthday, but now it's like this is the new 49ers for life. And I am celebrating with Mr. Anonymous my birthday. There you go. You got to get guys like this in your life. If you don't have them, if you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or, people that are sweet to you, get some stuffed animals. They're very kind. And you know what? They're just like animals. They're not as good as a dog or a cat, but they're pretty good. Aren't you? Bam. I've had a lot of fun with them all my life. I've always had stuffed animals. I have. All right. So Anon, good morning. All right. Good morning to you. And here's Diane. My mom, RCVD, Scientology recruitment calls almost 15 years after she was declared. That RCVD means what? Oh, received. She received Scientology recruitment calls. Yeah. Yeah. That would have happened to me, except I'll tell you what I did. She had to remind them, do you realize I'm a declared SP? Then they'd hang up. Yeah. Well, good thing for me, I did. When you leave, I don't know if they still do, but for me, they did. They called me every day, all day. And you would answer, and then they wouldn't say anything. Be hello, hello. And they wouldn't say anything, and then they'd hang up. So I finally started, I thought, now, wait a minute. They're not going to use the OTs for this. They're just not. They're going to use the kids who don't know anything about OT3. So I'd pick up the phone and I'd say, if it didn't have a name that I knew, I'd pick up the phone and I'd say, see new headquarters, can I help you? And they'd hang up immediately. I mean, it was incredible. It was the best thing I ever started doing. That was one of them. And the other thing was when Anonymous showed up, because they were sending me letters saying, dear Tori, when are you coming back on course? And this was 2008. I escaped out in 2000. So that's 8 years later. They're still bugging me about it, right? So I brought one of the letters, and they were filming it. And I brought one of the letters and filmed it. And I said, David Miscavige and floor mats, I want you to watch this. And I opened the envelope so they could see, I'm not making it up. And hi, Tori, we want to know when you're coming back on course. Love, Sue, or whatever. And I showed them it was on LA Org Stationery. They never, that was it. They didn't bug me after that. They didn't send me letters because I just said, I'm going to keep going more and more public. The more you do this, the more public I'm going to be. And guess what? They have managed to make me very public. That's how desperate they are. Yeah, true. All right. Now, Eric says, Tori, I sent you an email. Ooh, earlier today or earlier like when? Because I'm bad with email. I admit it. You're better to call me, Eric, than to send me an email, but I'll look and see. I think you mean today. So I'll look. Oh, my God, says Anon. Oh my God, what? You got to let us know. Fill us in. Totally sick bunch. Okay, this is Lola Twinkle. All right, who is a totally sick bunch? You have to, clarify. Okay, 49ers for life. Scientology is worse than the JWs. I agree. Thank you, 49ers for life. I'm glad you agree with me. And he's speaking from experience. It's the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. Good morning from Ireland. All right, Irish Mart. Woohoo! Hello, hello, hello. Do you ever get to see Pete Griffith? If you do, give him a giant hug for me. Or John McGee. He's another one of my favorites. He saved my life. John McGee did. He literally did. Ooh. All right, I'll find out what that is afterwards. All right, so hello, hello, hello. Your hair is iconic. I think you're right on that one. It's thanks to my mom. Okay, I just received a Flag and Mace Kingsley mailer this week. Really? Scientology never removes us from their mailing list. But you probably have never done anything like what I'm saying, where you actually made a public video with anonymous behind you, which was like, 500 people behind me. It was good. And the other one was, this is the other one I did, in case you really want to get off their mailing list. They were sending us 4 Freedom magazines. Those are all the, slick cover magazines. And I thought, environmentally, this is just ridiculous. So I wrote a letter up to RTC, and I said, this is environmentally bad. There's only 2 of us here that would possibly read this. And number 1, and most important, and I'm going to remind you of it until you take me off your mailing list and stop mailing me these magazines, it is a false statistic. And that's a big deal for them. If you know anything about the orgs, false statistics are bad news. So they stopped doing it. I sent it to RTC, Miscavige, I carbon copied it to all kinds of people. So you got to get proactive if you want to get off of it. Otherwise, if you don't care, there you go. Irish Mart, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Joe, hi, Tori. Bunker showed us some awesome Magoo footage in Clearwater. That's an Osa line, babe. Yeah, I know. That's with Mary DeMoss. Yeah. And she's saying shit to me and me going, that's an Osa line. That's what it is. Keiko, I've seen ads on some live streams. It seems this is a setting that is up to the content creator. Some keep them turned off since it's annoying to have ads in the middle of a live stream. I think so too. I can't see that. JW discourages having children, really? Similar to Scientology. Wow, that's big. I didn't know that. Is that new or that's always been that way? That I didn't know. I forgot you don't like abbreviations. JW. I know what JW is. No, that's okay. Queen Tusk Miguel. No, I know what JW is. It's just if I don't know one, but JWs I definitely know. Eric, my birthday is around the corner. It's on March 3rd. Born in 87, Pisces baby. I'll be 38. It's almost here. Well, congratulations to you. You're still a very, very young baby to me. I'm 77. And so you could be my grandson, I think. I think so. It took me a while to put that together because I was saying to these kids, you guys could be my children. And then I realized, no, wait a minute. These guys could be my grandchildren. And I think you, 38 and 77, you figure 38, 48, 58 could be my kids. And then 68, anyway. So you're my grandson, Eric. And happy birthday. Yeah, definitely happy birthday. All right. I knew Vaughn. All right, Sieglin. Worked beside him on the Mission Earth series. Great guy. Yeah, he was a really great guy. Really, really great. How old is Mr. Anonymous now? I think Andreas, I went over to see Andreas, I don't know, 2005, I think. So 20 years old, because he got it for me then. He's maintained, hasn't he? Ooh. He's maintained, haven't you? He's a very cute guy, Mr. He's famous. You know, Mr. Anonymous is famous around the world. I love Anonymous and your other stuffed animals. I know they've been. I got them. I mean, I've always had stuffed animals since I was a little kid, but I got them especially this time because I didn't have any friends. All my friends wouldn't talk to me, and so I was started building my little friend network with YouTube. Thank God for all of you that were around and people or other people that were too. And then I got my little stuffed animals, and they were like my little buddies. You know, I'd come home and they'd make me smile. And I've always had cats, and I mean, I'd love to have a dog, but I can't here. So I've always had cats, and I really miss having a cat. But our cats, all the time I was married, were indoor, outdoor cats. So they could come in or go as they pleased, and they lived forever. They were all healthy till they were like 25 years old, like real human life, 25 years. And even the vets were like, wow, this is amazing that these cats are doing this well. And I always used to say, I think it's because they're indoor, outdoor cats. Okay, so then Elvis, my last cat that we inherited, he ended up in some kind of a stickler bush or something where he had sticklers all over him. And I pulled them all out. And then the next day he did the same thing. And so I thought that's very odd for a cat. Cats are really smart. And I thought, I had heard that sometimes cats, when they want to go, and he was pretty old by then, they'll go out in front of a car. And I thought, or maybe this. And the vet said, look, it'll be like $6,000 to do the operation. There's no guarantee on it. And frankly, you know, I don't recommend it. And so I called my friend crying, and she said, I can't tell you what to do, Tori. And so I called my son. I said, Justin, I don't know what to do. And he goes, well, I'll tell you what to do. Put him down. It's time. That's it. And that really helped. It really did. Because it was somebody just going, that's what you need to do. I got home and Tori is live. Yep, that is the fact. Psychator. All right. Eric, I sent an email. Okay, 45 minutes ago. Okay. So I will check it when I get off, Eric. Thank you. Anon, oh my God, was a reaction to one of your previous stories. Wow, which one? You got to fill me in. LOL Twinkle. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were behind on the chat when I commented. The JWs and the Scientologists are a sick bunch. The JWs and the Scientologists are the same kind of sick bunch. Well, all right. Sieglin, I wish they would call me now, but they won't. Yeah, I don't wish they do. Evening, everyone. Hi, Sophie. I stood up for you the other night. DOA sent me a text with some snarly stuff about you and that, and gave me the link to Eric Rader, who I'd never even seen. I'd never seen his site. And I went over there and I was like, oh my God, why would he send me here? I mean, it was like all against him. And you were standing up for yourself. And I thought, good for you. And so I just said, I sent a thing back to him. I said, look, you have picked on Sophie for a long time, for too long. And she's standing up for her rights. That's it. End of story. It's like, you know, what am I supposed to, you know, be mad at you? I thought you were really great at what you said. So anyway, hi, Sophie. I wanted to let you know that. Sorry I was busy. It's Saturday night here. Ooh, fun. Okay, good to see you, Sophie. I know. Hi, Sophie. Tori, I Love it sent me a clip of what you said. Thank you so very much. And it's my absolute pleasure to be your friend. Thank you. I feel the same. I mean, I really love you. And I told him that. I said, she is a really wonderful person. And you know, I don't need him to send me his quotes of yours of how horrible you are. It's like look in the mirror. You know what I mean? DOA, look in the mirror. Self-reflect. Figure out, why are all these people ticked off at you? It's not because of us. It's because of what you've done. And that's a fact. And I mean, he helped me. I told you, he helped me for the rest of my life with my memory. He did. And I'll always thank him for that. But this other stuff of picking on people and they're bad actors and all this shit, fuck that, man. It's bad news. It's just bad news. That's all it is. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't get anybody out. It makes us look bad. The ones that are protesting, we look bad because Scientology hears you screaming your lungs out, which I've told you 1,000 times, screaming does not work. Now, Laura, I'll give you. She could scream as loud as she wants because her father is in the Sea Org in that building. So I have no problem with her screaming because she has a right to. Her father is in the building and is disconnected from her. But everyone else screaming is just dumb. It doesn't work. It doesn't help. I'm speaking from someone who was inside and outside, and I know how it feels, and it doesn't work. Okay, so there you go. Enough of my lecture. So Sophie said, thank you. I mean, it is what it is, and one can only take so much. No one is perfect, and we all have to stand by our words and actions. I stand by mine. And a girl. Thanks, Tori. That's why I love you. You're always fair and honest, and I try to be the same. You are an inspiration. Ah, thank you very much, Sophie. I'm happy that you guys are here. Okay, and Sieglin, 49ers for life, Lions fans for life. Okay. And then Lola, has there been any news on Jenna Miscavige? I haven't really followed that, but you could probably go onto either Jenna's site or Aaron's site. And I would think one of those two will have stuff. I hope she's okay. She should do what is good for her. But to me, it's like people's personal lives, they're their personal lives. It's not ours. But she did say stuff to everybody publicly. So I get why people kind of, then you get into it because she's saying, hey, I want everybody to know this so I don't get sucked into it again. And so it's like, okay, then don't be mad at us if we're interested. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, be in my life when I need you, but oh, wait, I don't need you now. It's like, it doesn't really work that way. You kind of got to understand if you asked people to come into your life, they're going to be in your life and they're going to ask you questions. But I would ask her, not me, because I like Jenna, but I haven't followed her story. I haven't followed anybody's. I haven't been making videos because I've been helping my son and handling these other things that I need to handle. So that's my story, Morning Glory. Good to see you, Sophie, says 49ers for life. All right. Sophie says, Tori love, it sent me the clip of what you said. Oh, good. Oh, love it did. Okay. That good. I already read that. Sorry. That's your number. I saw you put it up on the screen. I'll save your number to my phone. Good. And it's on the screen. You can always go, you can look under, excuse me, Tori Magoo 44, and it says for more information, and all that information is underneath there. So you can find it there if you ever lose it. And just don't call me early in the morning. I'm a night owl, as you can see. Oh my God, we've been on for 2 hours. I told my son I was going to do a short video and get off. What's your number? Okay, good. So we got it. What's your number? I saw you put it up on the screen. Okay, so you don't know what it is. All right, here it is. I'll show you. Here it is. You go down here. There you go. Boom. That's my number. That's my cell phone number. You got it? All right. Here you go. So the comments, all right. Yeah, I got to get to bed. I can hardly see. All right. Hi there, C. Glenn. Hey, Dave Gibbons. Hi, my friend from Australia. Hi. Oh, God, I miss you. We had so much fun on ExScientology.net, that chat. Oh, my God. He was the best because we were all waiting for, like, you know, the latest news, and different things would happen, and it'd be like, oh, Dave has got something. And so we'd all stay up till like 1 or 2 in the morning, because then it was like early in the morning, news was up in Australia, and he would come out and tell us the latest stuff. It was so cool. It was really fun, but I'm so glad to see you here. Make sure you subscribe, Dave Gibbons. I want you to be part of my site. I want to see more of you. I have Midnight with Magoo. That's my thing. Okay, no, wait. I'm still trying to learn how to do this computer, though. Oh, love from Australia. See, Sophie, who's one of the moderators, is from New Zealand. And I've told her about you. Okay, now where did Dave go? Damn. Ah, uh-oh. No. No. Okay, there you go. Where did Dave? Oh, there you are. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the good old days. Jenny sends her love. Yeah, send her my love, too. You guys are the best. We had some fun times together. You know what, Dave? Sometime we should do a video together. We really should. It'd be really fun to talk about, you know, you, me, and Bunker or something like that. It'd be really fun. Eric Levette, I sent you a DM. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, Lovett. Do we know that for sure? We have had firsthand word from her. I missed it. What did Lovett say? I think this is about Jenna, but okay. Twinkle firsthand would only come if she left. It's on good authority that she is there, though. Who are you talking about, Lovett? Tell me, rather than me go up and try to find out what you're talking about. Just tell me. What? Who? Unless you can't say it. If you can't say it publicly, then okay. But if you're talking private, then don't come on public and talk about it. I'm here. I subscribed a while ago. Thank you. All right. Well, it's good to see you. I talk about you all the time. I always tell people about my friend in Australia, Dave Gibbons, and Jenny Gibbons, and your turtle. He used to have this great thing. Do you still have it for the turtles? He had all these turtles and it was raining. And so he made a little hotel for them. I still think I love that. The turtle hotel. And so we would always ask him about it. Okay, now let's see. He helped get a bunch of people out of Scientology, just so you know, if you don't know who he is. He's an ex-Scientologist who was in Scientology, had a lot of wins with it. But he left and he helped get a lot of people out. So I really, really appreciate him. Oh, you're talking about Shelley Miscavige. Okay. I got you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I know New Zealand and Australia are close. You know what? Drew got me a globe for for Christmas, and I love it. It's because it's updated. It's not one of the old ones, and it has all kinds of stuff. And it's like, oh my gosh, you can really see where things are. It's really cool. Okay, good night, YRB. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate all of you. Okay, I can hardly see, so I got to go pretty soon. First hand would only come if she left. Okay, I'm here. I subscribed. Okay, Shelley Miscavige. We are very close, New Zealand and Australia. We do have a little bit of rivalry, though. That's okay. That's always good. A little bit of competition is good. Okay, so the Frog Motel. That's right. That was it, the Frog Motel. Oh, that's right. It was the frogs. That's right. I was thinking it was turtles. You're right. It was the Frog Motel. Oh, man. It brings back such wonderful memories. I can't tell you. It made me so happy. The Frog Motel. I thought, what a sweetheart. That you would do that was very sweet. Tori Magoo, Lola asked about Shelley Miscavige. Thank you. I said that it's been as confirmed as can be that she's in Twin Peaks. Yep. Excellent work getting people out, Dave Gibbons. Yeah, he's really done great. I'm very proud of you, Dave. You've really helped a lot of people. All right, you guys, I hate to say goodnight, but we've been on for 2 hours and 26 minutes, and I was going to be on for about 15 or 20. But anyway, we had a good time, I think. I think everybody did. It was good to see all of you. I love you. It's what are we at now? Friday night? We're at Saturday. Okay, and then Sunday's my son's birthday, so I'm going to be with him. So it'll probably be Monday. I'll make another video. But in the meantime, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And thank you all for coming and spending time with me. I really, really appreciate it. I love all of you. All right. Say goodnight. Good night, Moon and Stars. Good night, Dave Gibbons. I'm happy you caught up with me too. And Eric, I will check. I will have an amazing night. Because I'm going to go to sleep. I'll probably answer you tomorrow, Eric, but I'll read it tonight. Always great to see your face. Thank you, JB808. I feel the same always seeing your name. I'm always happy you're here. And thank you for being so generous, too. I really appreciate it. Really. It's a big deal for me. All right. So I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. I love you and have a wonderful weekend, the rest of the weekend. All right. Here we go. Good night.